cruising on the Silver Dawn.
A tug muscles alongside the Silver Dawn in case we need assistance.
A Halifax Dartmouth ferry, part of the oldest saltwater ferry in North America, and second oldest in the world.
George's Island, just off the cruise ship berth, complete with lighthouse, to ensure cruise ships don't bump into the island.
Alongside in Halifax, ready to go visiting.
A reminder that we are in Canada.
In case you saw this double-decker bus and thought you were in England somehow. Leaving Halifax Seaport.
Mrs. Bond is soon burning rubber on the pavements of Halifax. Red brick Halliburton House Inn is one of Halifax's heritage buildings.
Another of Halifax's old buildings, leaving me feeling quite young. It takes skill to work so close to your canvas and then to produce a beautiful work like this mural.
The old burial ground, with the Welsford Parker Monument forming one of its gateways.
St. Matthew's United Church, with a very ornate door, but locked. St. Mary's Catholic Basilica. Enjoy the quiet beauty.
In this statue, Queen Victoria carries a hatchet, symbolizing the burial of the hatchet ceremony of 1761.
Colourful pavements lead us up towards the Halifax Citadel.
The flag mast at the Citadel. We learn the flag is not flying at half-mast. The hoist is jammed. A white pennant with a black dot over the Union flag is not a standard signal.
The entrance. Historically, the 78th Highlanders formed the main garrison. Within the citadel perimeter, the old town clock.
Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, the Commander-in-Chief Military Forces North America, is credited with the idea of a clock to ensure the British Army and Royal Navy units at Halifax resolved their tardiness in the garrison.
Looking past the clock to the dome of the Dominion Public Building. You can't miss seeing the Barbie pig hop on hop off double-decker bus.
The soldiers at the Halifax Citadel are portrayed by a historical reenactment group, the Halifax Citadel Society. From the ramparts, we can view the interior of the fort, including the garrison barracks. On the ramparts, we find the defensive cannons. My timing is out, and I miss the hourly changing of the century.
St. Paul's Church, about to celebrate its 275th year in existence. We leave you to contemplate the serenity of this church.
In front of the church, the War Memorial for World Wars I and II and the Korean conflict.
The City Hall of Halifax.
Coming in from the north end of town, we have a head-on view of our ship.
On board, despite the chill, we have lunch at the pool grill.
It's a relatively early lunch for us, as we have an excursion to Peggy's Cove Lighthouse.
Warmly wrapped up, we enjoyed our meal. Town is soon behind us. This mural on a house at Peggy's Cove welcomes us.
This is as close as I can get to replicating the scene in the mural. I do get a shot of the lighthouse with almost nobody visible in the picture. But then in an instant, that has changed.
With a chill wind blowing, I disappear into the Sou'Wester café, where I have their homemade warm gingerbread and vanilla ice cream. Now you see it, now you don't.
While Gail is inside enjoying warm gingerbread, I walk around Peggy's Cove taking photographs. This old wooden boat is probably not seaworthy. What stories it might tell if only it could talk. The small harbour at Peggy's Cove. And a view from the other side. That fresh chilly wind is whipping up the waves. Time to get me inside the cafe and wrap myself around a warm gingerbread pudding. William E. de Garth depicts 32 fishermen, their wives and children, in this granite rock as a tribute to Nova Scotian fishermen.
The downside of organised excursions, not enough time to see everything.
I'd always thought that if a school bus was pulled over, traffic had to stop in the roadway behind it.
Blue car day today. Ah, a sweet puppy. Houses in the road down to the Titanic graveside at Fairview Cemetery.
Most of us are familiar with the story of the ship Titanic, which struck an iceberg off Nova Scotia on the 14th of April 1912. Nearly 1,500 lives were lost. Of 328 recovered bodies, many, totally unidentifiable, were buried at sea.
Other bodies were returned to Halifax, with some claimed by families.
The rest are here at Fairview Lawn Cemetery, or at Mount Olivet, or Barrenhurst cemeteries.
Some headstones have names. Some are just numbers. The unknown child buried with this headstone was identified through DNA testing in 2008 as Sydney Leslie Goodwin.
A somewhat subdued coach trip back to the ship. Back on board, we watch provisions being loaded onto our ship. Alongside us, the data dam casts off.
This beautiful sailing ship passes between us and George's Island. Silver dawns turn to cast off as we set course for St. John's, Newfoundland.
The Zeta Dam heads directly into the channel.
Our captain elected to take the circular tour around George's Island.
A delicious supper of a fillet steak.
I have the same, choosing to have the ladies' portion.
Those lovely dark chocolates to end the day.
Good night. See you tomorrow.